the confidence starting to build towards this playoff run here?
Definitely, yeah. It's boys are throwing it well. Jay's throwing it about as good as I've seen him throw it since my time on the team. So definitely having a hot skip is needed in this event. So yeah, we're gonna have to beat the Goo tomorrow. So looking like we're gonna have to beat them to keep our hopes alive here. So yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we're ready for that for sure.
How do you compare this year's run to last year's? Is the crowd actually kind of making you guys play better, more focused?
It's a lot more fun. Like, you know, it's it's great having the fans here, and just as a player, it really makes the whole experience that much better. So I mean, last year was great to get the opportunity to curl in under those circumstances, but this is 100 times better.
Are you scoreboard watching?
Yeah, Mikey's we're watching that game a little bit, and Mike's standing on his head like he normally does, and it's not really helping us. But so yeah, we ideally want Jacobs to win that game, but Mike's playing good. So
Brad, at the beginning of the week, said expectations were not as high as normal years. Just so soon after Olympics, is that starting to change now after every win?
I think so. I mean, honestly, from a mental standpoint, we're, almost gaining a little bit of rest, just to at least getting acclimatized to the time zones and things like that as the week goes on. The schedule hasn't been too strenuous. We had a nice bye yesterday that allowed us to rest up. So I think we're feeling maybe a little bit more refreshed at this point in the week than we were when we arrived. So I think our expectations, will rise a little bit with that, but we're feeling pretty comfortable. The ice has been really good, which helps with our comfort level, and just one game at a time from here on out.
What's your post-Olympic experience been like? Is it kind of a relief that post-stress and anxiety of it is kind of over now?
I think so. The week coming home after it, was we were tired from the long event, but there was still, I think, some emotional bit of a hangover just from coming off of such a high of an event. So I think now we're coming off that and starting to feel maybe a little bit more normal again.
I know the future of this team may be kind of up in the air, so what would it mean, one last rally cry with this team?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a ton of success over the last 8 years, so if this year is the end for us, I think we really want to go out the way we kind of played all along, and that's giving it our best shot. And doesn't guarantee a win by any means out here, but I think we'd like to leave it all out there for sure.
Obviously, the 6th spot on the board, probably the most standout. Can you let us know how that manifested?
They're I guess they're a pretty aggressive team. I've noticed them being aggressive over the years and stuff like that. So not really something that was surprising, but they're willing to leave those rocks around, and you leave that many rocks around, you don't make the shot perfect. There's just a lot of angles and stuff like that. And I looked at that shot and thought, well, we want to make sure we get 3. So it's a matter of just making sure you're not narrow and you're making something. But I did say to Jeff that like if you catch it thin, it's 5 or 6. So, it was there. I mean, he didn't make his shot as good as he could have. I mean, had he made his shot perfect, we might not have had a shot for a point. So, it's close,
You talked about earlier, a 2-win streak now, and you were talking about momentum and being the master of your own destiny. How do you feel your momentum is rolling?
Well, we're playing pretty good. We had a couple moments in that game where it could have changed, and it seems like every game's like that for us. We're not. I wouldn't say we're playing our best, but we're hanging in there. It's tough out there. It's not easy to win games with Brier, and I think we're getting better. I think we're making more quality shots, and I guess we control our own destiny at this point, maybe to get into playoffs and 3 losses. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll take it one game at a time and just come back tomorrow morning and play and try to win another one.
Mike, you picked a real good time to have your perhaps best game of the week.
Yeah, I think we could probably say that was like our best team game. I made some big ones early. The boys managed, all the draws I threw, they managed really well. And geez, Colton made like tick after tick after tick. I think he made a good 4 of them. So that's impressive. Like, I mean, lead's not his natural position, but he's owning it.
Was there a sense of urgency this afternoon because, another loss, it's really iffy after that?
Yeah, absolutely. Our goal was, at the start of the week, was try to get to 6-2. Then we control our own destiny, and so we needed this one today. That was big. And, that's all I can ask for. You try to split the games between the 2 Brads. Unfortunately, we lost one earlier, but we did that. So, yeah, we're in a really good spot for tomorrow.